At this mini roundabout, we're going to go left first exit. It's where that red bus is. Now it looks like it's straight ahead, but the way the curb sticks out, this becomes a left turn. Okay, so it's left first exit. So you must give a signal, which you didn't do here, because at the moment you're no longer facing, or this learner car is no longer facing that ahead exit. It's facing this way towards that pub. So to distinguish which way you're going, you have to give a left signal to show you're going that way, because other people might be confused into thinking that you're just going to go that way. So you must give a left signal here because of the way the curb sticks out here, and it makes it a proper left turn. So it's like going ahead at this roundabout. The exit looks like it's ahead, but when you get to the roundabout, you're going to be like that because of the curb. So now you're facing this way. So to go ahead, you must give a left signal, okay, and then that shows that you're going to go this way. At this mini roundabout, we turned right. Now a lot of people get this wrong, so you're not the only one. When they get here, they make a mistake and they turn before this circle this way, which you're not allowed to do, because that puts you closer to oncoming vehicles. So you got to go around the circle, stick as close as you can to the circle, and then turn around. Okay? But this is how you've done it. So this, you would fail the driving test for doing this because it's highly dangerous. Then we came back to this mini roundabout again. We're turning right. Now what you'll notice is there's two lanes approaching this mini roundabout, these two. So when you go into the roundabout to go around the circle, we're going to go right using this lane. You haven't got much room in there to go around the circle because you'll end up going into this lane, which you can't do because there'll be other people using that lane. So again, this is kind of wrong the way you've done it. You've gone in using the correct lane, but then you swung to the left and you've gone into the lane to your left, which can be dangerous as well. So that's this is still wrong. So we'll do this again, and we're going to stay closer to the center circle when you turn. We approach this right turn just after the green lights. Now it's got its own separate lane to turn right from. So after the curb, the island, you got to move into the middle lane to show everyone that that's what you want to do. You want to turn right. Your position tells a lot to other people, but you didn't do that. You stayed in your lane, and then right at the last moment, then you moved over to the right hand lane. Now at this moment, somebody from behind you could have already got into that middle lane, and then you'd be cutting right in front of them and turning right. So that's why it's quite dangerous. You can fail for doing on the test as well. Then we came back to this right turn again, and this time we did go into the correct middle lane to turn right. And what you notice is this allows the cars behind you to drive past using the left lane while you're turning right. That's another reason why we got to use this lane to turn right. At this roundabout, we were turning right, fourth exit. You ended up taking the third exit, so I just want to show you where the exits are, just so you can be sure. Okay, so here's the first exit. That's where you would leave by the first exit, and these cars are joining in from the first exit. So that's all the first exit. And then the second exit is coming up here. So that's where you would leave by the second exit, and cars would join in from the second exit there. And then you've got the third exit coming up, which we weren't meant to take. We were meant to take the fourth. So here, this is the third exit where you leave, and this is the cars that are joining in from the third exit. So the fourth exit is just that way. Then we came back to this same roundabout, and this time we took the fourth exit. So that white car is just leaving by the first exit, and then there's a silver car leaving by the second exit, and black cars joining in from the second exit. There's a red color car and a white and a black one joining in from the third exit. Now we're going to check our left mirror, make sure no one's trying to undertake us, give a left signal, and take the fourth exit. And then at this roundabout, we were following the sign for Central London. So we talked about the first exit being M25 Tilbury, and both these little lines being the first exit, and second exit is Central London, and both these little long line and little line being second exit. They're just showing you two lines because it's a dual carriageway, and third exit is Barking with just that one line with a white color background behind the Barking writing, which means that it's going off onto a normal road, single lane road, and not a dual carriageway. So we decided that we're going to keep to the right, as Central London is slightly to the right, and if there's a middle lane, then we'll use the middle lane. So there's only one lane and it's split into two, so we kept right. So we're keeping right, and then as we go into the roundabout, it becomes 3 lanes, and we'll use the middle lane because we're taking the second exit out of 3 exits. And it's a spiral roundabout, traffic light control, so we just stay in our lane and we don't need to deviate from our lane, and it will take us to the exit. And it just confirms up there that Central London is there straight ahead. That's the exit there. And then at this roundabout, we were following the sign for Ilford. So Ilford is straight ahead, it's the second exit. There is an exit to your left. It shows a little line there, which is the first exit, and Ilford is second exit straight ahead. So we went ahead and we had to go into the bus lane on the left because there's roadworks in the other lane. And then here I asked you, what exit are we taking? You said it's the first exit, but I think you might have read the board wrong. So we're taking the second exit, and then I just guided you to the second exit. So as we go in, on your left there, that's the first exit. You're just going to keep going round, then check your left mirror, give a left signal, and leave by the following exit. We were approaching a right turn, and it's the second road on your right. So it's not this first right turn here, it's the one after this zebra crossing. There is a middle lane here to turn right for the first exit, and then there's another middle lane here to turn right for the second exit. So you went past the first exit, which is perfect, but then you kind of just stayed in the left lane. You haven't moved over to this lane to turn right. You only done it very late. So by this point, somebody else from behind you might have already got into that lane, and then it might not be possible for you to move into that lane anymore, and you might miss the turn. So get into the right turning lane earlier so that you can turn right. Okay, then we approach this width restriction where it stops big lorries from going through. Now your speed was just really fast. If you can see, like your speed hasn't really slowed down there. So the problem with that is the examiner might not feel comfortable at that speed, and they might just stop you. So let me show you again. Your speed was just way too fast. So it's not easy to judge the gap at that speed. The examiner might not feel comfortable, and they might just brake and stop you. So luckily you got through it, but I would advise you go through it at 1 mile per hour. Really carefully to get through, make sure that you don't hit the pillars and the examiner doesn't get worried and stop you.